update on the Boosted Z. So we left off last time was putting in the fuel return system and the water bar 485. We had a little bit of a problem with the fuel pump. At first, I tried to purge it or prime it, and it was not working. Come to find out, when I did the hardwire fuel relay kit, I did not ground the relay kit properly. It was grounded, but it had a little bit of paint on the ground, and I'm an idiot, and it should be bare metal. So clean that up, regrounded it, and also one of the pins inside the OEM clip was pushed out a little bit, so redid that wiring, and it worked. So we're all good, fuel pressure's great. We were, at that point in time, we were still waiting on turbo. It came, we finally got it. It's here, got it mocked up right here. And now we're just putting on the finishing touches. We've got the downpipe on, rest of the downpipe, and then it goes into the tow bay. Wastegates, those are now on and properly plumbed as well, going all the way up in the engine bay. We've got heat wrap on all the wastegate lines now, just being extra careful. Probably don't have to do it, but it's always a nice idea. And the last thing, we're only waiting on one more thing, is the piping that Sasha sent me for this boosted performance kit. Piping that I got was for a non-CMAC, which is this piece right here. All the Z guys know about it, but basically what this is a slave cylinder relocation kit, and it moves your slave cylinder from inside the transmission to outside. So Sasha sent me the CMAC version, and that'll be here in a few days, and then we'll have everything, and then we're just gonna wait for the tune.
When's the tune?
The tune is April 30th, so 2 weeks.
2 weeks, guys. So
2 weeks.
We're almost there. Really just in the final steps for the tune, and once we get there, we'll be sure to let you guys know on where everything's at and how everything went. But what we're doing now is, so we're trying to fit the downpipe onto the turbo, but we have a heat shield here that is blocking that along with the screw. So what we're gonna be doing now is we're gonna be cutting the screw with the Dremel and then also banging in that heat shield to allow us to connect the turbo to the downpipe. Once that's all good, what's the next steps?
After that, I need to change my oil, so ordered some oil. I also changed the diff fluid. It's just regular service, but might as well do it while the car's up. Haven't done it in a long time. But other than that, it's basically done. And I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I'm running the 10-pound springs in these wastegates. So we're just gonna go be tuned on 10 pounds on the 85. I've heard that it can hit 11-ish pounds depending on the weather, and just springs might be slightly inconsistent within a pound or two. So it'll be on 10 PSI, 10 to 11 PSI on the E85, so we'll see what she makes.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be wild.
What do y'all think? New sticker? Fire! You gotta let them know when they're about to race you,
That's right. I got sponsored by Comp. That's how you know it's real.
You got a certification?
Certification that was built by a guy named, assembled by. Let me know if y'all can read that in the comments. And this guy's name looks like Frank. Frank Gong.
The technician.
Mm-hmm. Quality inspected by a guy named Richard.
Richard.
I don't know.
Nice job, Richard. That's going on the wall, though. That's getting framed. Just wanted to show you guys what Zach did while he was working. We got the screw out, and then we also hammered into that heat shield, as you can see here. And then we finally got the downpipe mounted to the turbo. So everything is connected except for the cold side piping. And after that, we're going to be good to go for the tune. So any words, Zach?
Yeah, so all we have to do is just button up these flange bolts on the turbo. There's still a little bit of play, so those have to be cinched down, but you kind of have to give it make sure it has a little bit of play so that you can fit the V-band clamp on the back end of the hot side. So you can kind of give it a little adjustment. You can see down here there's a V-band as well, and it's a good idea to leave them loose so that you can kind of give them some wiggle room and manipulate them a little bit, because you're moving a lot of different piping and it's not always going to fit perfectly. So it's a good idea to do that. That way you're not loosening them and tightening them multiple times. But yeah, Another note is this boosted performance kit is a DE hot side kit, so it has a DE header flanges on it. Now this is an HR VQ55 HR engine, but I have Z1 headers which come with a DE flange on them. So if you do have a DE header and let's say you do have a HR, you can order this kit, the DE hot side kit, and it will work. The only difference is that it has the flanges. But for the cold side of the kit, you will have to have a HR because it's a dual intake and the piping is completely different. So that is something to be noted if anyone has questions about that as to why it's a DE flange on the header. So it should sound pretty cool. If you've never heard Z1 headers on a Z, it gives it a unique note. It's a little bit different because they're a equal length header.
Like we said last episode, we're gonna give you guys the final product and a bunch of flybys and cool things like that when it's all said and done. But as far as what's gonna be done from here, that'll probably be off camera, is the rest of the piping that's going to be coming in on Thursday. Aside from that, guys, the piping and the install is pretty much done. So that'll pretty much wrap up this update. We'll keep you guys posted in the next video of, the tune experience and when everything's all said and done. So thanks for watching to the end if you all did, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.